Welcome back to Long Island Viewpoint. I'm Ken Rosato. The National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, also known as NFWF, is one of the nation's largest nonprofit funders for wildlife conservation. Now, since 1984, they've provided more than $576 million in grants to promote conservation. Today, they join us with a youngster from Oyster Bay who's been sailing on the Sound and is a pretty aggressive fundraiser for them. Please join me in welcoming Lynn Dwyer, who's the Foundation's Assistant Director for the Northeast, Justin Smith, who is 13 years old, and his dad, Brian Smith. I want to thank you all for being here today. We were talking about the fact that I was raised in New Rochelle on the other side of the Long Island Sound, and how when I was a kid, I could remember things were so bad, runoff was so bad, if it rained just a little bit, you'd have phosphates, you'd have pollution, you couldn't swim for 2 or 3 days in the Sound. How are things today versus then?
We're still facing water quality challenges around the Sound from land and water impacts. We have a lot of development in this area, we have a lot of industry and businesses, wastewater treatment plants, and they still contribute significantly to water pollution in the Sound. So we're really trying to address those challenges over time, and we have improved, but still they remain.
For people who don't understand, the more you develop the land, the less there is for water absorption as the rain falls, right? So then the water cascades somewhere, it has to go someplace, so all the pollution, the surface pollution rolls off where? Eventually into the water, the rivers and the streams and the tributaries, and eventually into the Sound.
That's exactly right. When you don't have surfaces, when you don't have wetlands, or you have a lot of concrete surfaces, rooftops, parking lots, just our suburban and urban life, you get runoff directly into our waterways and eventually into the Long Island Sound. And we see the sorts of things that you're talking about, beach closures, closures of shellfish beds. So it's a challenge that we're still addressing. And
let me ask Justin, what made you as a 13-year-old want to get involved?
Well, my Jewish center, Woodbury Jewish Center, asked me to do a project for becoming a bar mitzvah on January 12th, 2013. So I chose this project because the water is really important to me, and I want to keep it clean.
Yeah, you don't want to grow up and be in a situation where you're not going to be able to use the Sound, right? You want a clean, nice, usable Sound. Actually, it's nice to know that, in a sense, it's gotten better since I was a kid. When I was your age, I mean, the idea that every other day you couldn't go in was a horrible thing. I mean, I remember there was one summer it was so bad, we had so much rain that literally every other day we couldn't swim. It was a terrible thing. And now at least it's gotten that much better, but it's nice to know that you're aware, so you're working hard to help raise money. Tell us about some of the fundraisers you've done.
I'm doing a bioextraction project where I'm using seaweed and rib mussels to naturally filter the water in the Long Island Sound.
That's awesome. So the natural shellfish that suck in the dirty water and put out the clean water, and that's how it cleans it up. That's terrific. And Dad, tell us how proud you are of your son about this.
Well, extremely proud. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to watch Justin over the last year really develop the project that he's worked on, and develop the way that he's gotten the word out about the project, and which is involved, and I'll let him tell you more, but is involved his sailing solo in his 8-foot Optimist sailboat across the Sound.
So you at 12, you've gone across the Long Island Sound from the Great Neck area?
He left from Stanford and came into Oyster Bay.
That's pretty impressive. How long did that take?
It took just under 4 hours, and it was 14 miles.
That is amazing. I make the little chortle sound because that is stunning. That's very, very impressive. Were you nervous at all to do that?
I was a little nervous, but I knew I could do it, and I was really prepared. And I had a chase boat following me to make sure I was safe.
All right, so you did it the right way. So don't do this at home unless you do it, safely. You know what you're doing. You have a chase boat, so in case you get into trouble, you have somebody there. But good for you for doing that, and you brought awareness. And did you get some press coverage then? Huh? You were in the papers for it?
Yes.
Good for you. How about your schoolmates and your fellow bar mitzvahs?
They're really excited about what I've been doing.
Excellent. This is really great. And in terms of the organization too, I mean, this is really essential for us. It's the Long Island Sound. Every community around the country has natural water of some sort. Obviously, civilization sprouts up around water. That's, you know, from the Middle East through, you know, to the United States, through our civilization and our history, that's what we've always done. Humans have always congregated around water.
Around the coast.
Always. And so the idea of allowing a body of water to decay and pollute is horrible. So what recommendations do you have for the future, and what do we do to continue to improve and to keep our waters clean?
Well, the project that Justin Sale is supporting is really an interesting example of that. It's going to demonstrate the use of a truly green infrastructure using seaweed to naturally bioextract pollutants from the waterways and hopefully improve our coastal resources. So we'd like to see the development and expansion of creative tools, of direct action in communities, of projects that really address water quality problems and conservation challenges we're facing in the area. So this particular grant program that Justin Sale is supporting really is engaged and aimed at improving water quality and restoring and protecting the health and living resources of the Sound. So we love to encourage and support these types of projects at the community and regional level.
There's no fear, though, that these mussels are not like those zebra mussels that are like clogging up water pipes or anything,
Oh, the
right?
invasive zebra mussels.
We don't like those invasive zebra mussels.
Well, actually, one of the critters that's actually on the ropes that's bioextracting the pollution are rib mussels. It's not something we can eat or put in marinara, but they do naturally occur in our waterways in New York City, the Long Island Sound in Connecticut, as well as New York.
So they're native to the area?
They're native to the area, as is the seaweed that's bioextracting pollution. They're all native seaweed.
Fantastic. So this is good stuff. It's
using our systems.
Nature put it all there for us, so it's just a matter of maybe putting a little more there for us to, if we're going to be, unfortunately, if we're going to be putting a little more pollution in, we may need to put a little more of nature's remedy in to help extract it all. That's the deal. Well, it's so good that you're here doing that, and that we have an organization like yours around, and it's so good that we have young people and dads and moms to keep us focused on making sure that your organization is around. It was wonderful having you all here. All the best to you, and good luck in advance for your Bar Mitzvah Day. That's wonderful. For information on all the organizations featured on Viewpoint, if you missed a segment and you'd like to watch the show at your leisure, do visit us at 7online.com/viewpoint. Coming right back with a dentist in Maspeth who's been very active promoting good dental health in the community. Please do not go away. We'll be right back.